With Christmas just around the corner, I guess it's time for us to start seeing Christmas films show up. Well, here's one we certainly got to talk about. And let's jump into the review of that right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new film Red 1, which is coming to theaters on November 15th. Now, first things first, with this film, I saw that it is a Amazon MGM Studios release. And this was going straight to theaters because I got to check this out in 4DX, which I just had the most fantastic time ever in that experience. But I started to wonder immediately when I got out, I was like, wait a minute, if this is being shown in theaters and we got to see it in this capacity and it's with Amazon MGM Plus Studios, then wait, how will people see it? So like, make it very clear that this is going to theaters, and I would assume at some point that it will land up on Prime Video. And yeah, you want to check this film out. I had all of my hesitations, reserves, and speculation in terms of why I wasn't going to enjoy this film, but I had a lot of fun. This was truly one of the most surprising, fun films of the year. I would consider this a must watch with the entire family because there's so much holiday joy, laughter, action. It's deep into the Christmas lore. I think it really does check all the boxes. And if you have an opportunity to check this out in 4DX, I would do so. Now, first thing why I was hesitant with this is like it had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu. It has J.K. Simmons, and for whatever it's worth, it just looked very corny. And I don't know if it was because of the polar bear or the graphic or whatnot. Something about it just was like, oh, this is not going to be it. Because I think for all of the folks that are involved, we do know that they're, J.K. Simmons, I always attest to being one of the best character actors in all of Hollywood. We know the range Chris Evans has. We know what The Rock typically brings, the muscle. Lucy Liu is a fantastic actor as well, too. But there's just enough evidence that I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to be really, really, really corny. But it truly was a lot of fun. For so many different reasons, it was a lot of fun. And I couldn't suggest enough that you want to go out the way to check this out. Whether you're in the Christmas spirit or not, it was just a fun ride for everybody. Not just adults, not just for kids, for everybody. So, after Santa Claus, codename Red 1, is kidnapped, which J.K. Simmons is your good old Nick, as in Saint Nick. After he's kidnapped, the North Pole head of security, Dwayne Johnson's character, must team up with the world's most infamous bounty hunter, Chris Evans. Chris Evans' character is Jack, who is somebody who can find their person, anybody. If that person's missing or they need to be found, he's that person. He's like a top tier hacker, whatever you want to call it. But this is not a global. This is not a global threat because with Red 1, codename Red 1, missing, how could Christmas become a thing knowing what Santa Claus means to Christmas? So this is an action-packed mission of search and rescue to get good old Santa back so he can do what he does best. So here's my thing. With the 4DX experience, I can't tell you enough about how it just heightens every moment in this film. From experience the sleigh ride and how fast it's going, some of the hot pursuit chase moments, the elements, so you're getting the wind, the snow, a little bit of water there. It's just all there, And with that too, like, there's great action, there's great fight sequences. I thought the visuals looked very good. The CG looked pretty good. There was a ton of laughs. I thought like Chris Evans, even in a character that is a hacker, like he didn't play just the stereotypical hacker. Like I thought that his moments, the chops that he got to get in there, I thought they were done very well. The Rock never was too corny. And in fact, all of these moments where you really think you were going to cringe from the corniness, because there's a lot of puns in terms of like Christmas related things, they just work. I don't know what it was. I mean, I think if you didn't like this film, which I did see some negative kind of feedback with this film out there, I think like at some point you kind of look in the mirror, because like this film definitely was reeking of joy, of a good time, a film that you could really just kick back and enjoy. But in fact, the fact that they were like touching so deep into some of the Christmas lore, you got so invested because you just like, that does make sense. And even how they explained how Santa does what he does, they made that even make sense as an adult with adult eyes and adult brain, to the point that you can consume that and still have fun. So like, I don't know, man. I think, again, you want to apply adult logic, you're okay. You want to go in there and cut all logic off, you're okay. And, you know, the villain, the bad guy and whatnot, don't want to give too much away. You know, even that was kind of fun. And actually, I'll just tell a little bit more about it, because obviously we know with Santa, he has a list. He's checking it twice. He wanted to find out who's naughty or nice. Well, listen. All the nice people obviously get Christmas gifts, but what happens to the naughty folks? Well, the villain wants to ensure that the naughty folks are punished so that there's more Christmas joy in the world. So you're kind of like, you know, that kind of follows suit with Thanos a little bit. In a way, you kind of understand. So even the villain at times, you're kind of like, yeah. And then there's this whole unit that protects mythical creatures, and I would say some of the other mythical beasts and creatures that appear was definitely a cool touch. Like this whole secret organization that is about the protection of mythical creatures and beasts and beings. So obviously Santa being one. I would just throw another one out there and say trolls. In the trailer, you can see the headless horsemen. Like they got all of that. So like, I enjoyed that, you know? So like, yeah, it's super random, but for all the random, I thought it really was entertaining. It worked. And it was just a fun time. And like even Lucy Liu getting in there, cause you know, Lucy Liu, they're going to have give her a moment to throw down. Like, yeah, there's some good fight moments in there as well too. I was definitely digging this film. So that being said, I mean, forget what you read online negative. I cannot stand by any of that. I thought this film was absolutely a blast. And I think you certainly want to go out there and make your own judgment. But nonetheless, go see it. Because waiting for it to come on Prime Video, I think is okay, because probably when it releases, it's going to be a little bit closer towards Christmas. But if you go see it in theaters, you won't be disappointed. The visuals is worth it. If you can see it in IMAX, do so. If you have an opportunity for 4DX, absolutely take that moment. It's worth the extra dollars. It is my first 4DX experience, and it was just such a good time. I promise you, it was such a good time. But be ready, strap in, because you're going on a ride. That is for sure. So yes, Red 1 comes to theaters November 15th. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about that one once you check it out. And as always, stick around for more reviews and content here at Big Gold Belt Media very soon.